Welcome to Listen in 3D, episode number 63. I'm Netta,
I'm Justin, aka Too Tall for You Fool.
and together we're Team 3D. In each episode, we take you on a musical journey as we discuss, dissect, and debate a noteworthy album from the world of hip hop and other genres. If you're a music lover and want to be a part of this journey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's get started on this album. So, Justin, was this your first time hearing this album in its entirety, or had you heard it before?
I've heard the album. Actually, no. Oh wait, I was thinking of the artist. No. Yeah, this is my first time hearing this album in its entirety. I mean, I've heard some of the popular singles off this album, but never heard it in full. So, I mean, I was it came out in 1990. I think of all the years in 1990, I think a lot of would probably agree that it probably could have been the weakest year in hip hop. I don't know because I think a lot of people didn't know if it was going to be staying or how it would elevate. But I mean, for the most part, listening to it, it's definitely one of the top records of 1990. The year 1990,
Okay.
not the decade, but
And I personally love the year 1990 because that's the year I was born, but I'm in the same boat as you. Like, I'd heard some of these popular singles, but I had never heard the album in its entirety. So, what album are we talking about?
all right. Today we are going to be talking about LL Cool J's fourth studio album, "Mama Said Knock You Out." It was certified double platinum. Peaked at number two on the top R&B hip hop albums, and number 16 on the Billboard 200. It came out September 14th, 1990. Almost forgot that. Singles include "To the Break of Dawn," "The Boomin' System," "Around the Way Girl," "Mama Said Knock You Out," obviously the title, and then 6 Minutes of Pleasure. We got music videos for "The Boomin' System," "Around the Way Girl," "Mama Said Knock You Out," "6 Minutes of Pleasure," and I guess a single from the previous album, which was "Jingling Baby." I believe that's the name of the song. So yeah, so those were pretty much the music videos. Guest appearances include Big Money Grip, Bomb, and High C. Not to be confused with the West Coast based rapper High C, but those were your musical appearances. Back to you, Netta.
I thought you were going to say not to be confused with the drink, the juice box, but
Well, that
that's
too.
but a little background on LL Cool J. He's done it all. He's a trailblazing rapper, a sex symbol, an actor, and an entrepreneur. 14 albums in, he has continually reinvented himself. He's in the special class of people who created Grammy nominated records in the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. And by special, I mean I couldn't find any other rapper who did this. So
Not at all.
let's take it back. LL Cool J was born James Todd Smith in New York City on January 14th, 1968. When he was only 4 years old, he was the one who found his mother and grandfather after his father had shot them, but luckily they both survived. And after that, he and his mother moved in with his grandparents in Queens, where he was raised. At 10 years old, he started rapping. He was so immersed in rap as a child that he saw it as a language. He said, in this neighborhood, the kids grow up in rap. It's like speaking Spanish if you grow up in an all Spanish household. Jay Philpott, aka DJ Cut Creator, recognized LL Cool J's rap talent when he was only 13 and he showed him the ropes. LL Cool J, he briefly went by the stage name of J Ski, but he changed it because he didn't want to be associated with cocaine culture. Mikey D, a friend and a fellow rapper, helped him come up with his new stage name. LL Cool J told Mikey D, I changed my name from J Ski to Cool James. And Mikey D was like, damn, you need a nickname or something in front of that. You're always talking about the ladies loving you. How about ladies love Cool J? And Def Jam thought the name was too long for the labels, but he wanted to keep the name, so he just abbreviated it to LL. When he was 16, his grandfather bought him like $2,000 worth of equipment, And his mom also used her refund to buy him a drum machine, and he even reconciled with his father. So, using the equipment, he produced his own demos, which found their way to Def Jam, where he was signed. uh, LL Cool J in Oprah's Masterclass tells the story about how he ended up signed as a solo artist, and he says they used to always think I was lying. It was the craziest things. One of the main reasons I ended up a solo artist was because the guys that were in my rap group didn't believe me when I told them, "Yo, we got this opportunity with Rick Rubin." So he ends up signing solo just because
Mm,
the guys was like, "You always lying, you're always exaggerating." So I think those guys, they probably had to be kicking themselves in the pants once they realized like LL Cool J was really signed and was working with Rick Rubin. So he drops out of high school to record his first album. His first official record, "I Need a Beat," took off, and then in 1985 he played a role in a movie, Crush Groove, a musical comedy
mm,
drama. He played himself, a rapper who was looking for a record deal. And smartly, the film included LL Cool J performing his debut single off his debut album, "I Can't Live Without My Radio." So his
good song.
album Radio
Mm,
went platinum when he was 17 years old. Fast forward, when he's 19, his second album, Bigger and Deffer, also went platinum. And then fast forward into 1989, his album, Walking with the Panther, at 21 years old, went platinum. And although his third album was a commercial success, some said it was too soft and that he somehow broke the rules. So he felt as if he was at a down point in his career, and people thought he couldn't do it anymore. So he was inspired, which led to the album we're going to discuss today.
mm.
So, with that being said, what were your thoughts going into this album?
I kind of didn't know what to expect. Definitely bigger, badder, deafer. One of these days we'll do it on this show. But I mean, I think I would have to consider that his biggest album, and then I believe Mr. Smith, which came out later in the mid '90s, '96 or something like that. But I mean, I'd heard nothing but good things about it when doing research for this show, and especially what came out in '90. I was just like, oh, okay, did this. All right, well, we'll check it out. And listening to it, yeah, he certainly doesn't disappoint. And the thing is, there was no other like solo artist doing what he was doing at the time because um, yeah, back in the the mid '80s and stuff, you really for the most part had groups for the most part, whether it be Run DMC or Public Enemy or the Beastie Boys. I mean, you had a few solo artists here and there. Just Too Short, who was a local regional success in the Bay Area, and then Schoolie D when gangster rap started to take off, and then Ice T eventually followed. But for the most part, it was just like a lot of just groups for the most part. So MC Light would be probably another solo artist, um, but definitely, yeah. Just I mean, I expected just great rhymes, and he definitely showed why he was at the top of the game in coming out of the '80s for the most part.
Yes, he's probably the first one we reviewed that I like to look at their interviews like from like around the time the album was released,
Mm,
and he just has like a superstar aura. Like I don't know what it is about him. He just looks and speaks and carries himself as a real superstar, and he was. So it's
yeah,
it's really
definitely.
no surprise that he came so far. My my association with him is more through my parents. He's like their same age. He's
Mm,
their generation. I remember my mom swooning every time anybody talked about LL Cool J, him licking his lips and all that, all
yeah.
that kind of stuff. Um, I saw him in pop culture a lot.
Mm,
I definitely remember the main song of this album. But I'm a little more familiar with his hits from the 2000s,
Okay,
like
yeah.
"Love You Better." Like I used to love that song. That was 2004. That was
Mm.
a great song. Um, what did you think about the album artwork?
Artwork. It reminded me a lot of a certain music video we'll be talking about pretty soon, but his lips looking like he's gonna kiss someone, and then his fists together, looking like with a cool J like ring or brass knuckles, whatever you want to call them, together. The gold chain looks all right. I mean, I guess. I mean, that not one of my favorites, but I mean, it looks it definitely looks cool. Like he's out to definitely prove something. Um, Real quick in terms of just memories I had on LL Cool J, I would have to say the first song I heard from him was "Going Back to Cali." I thought that was a really good song, and then when I started listening to hip hop, he was like I said, that Mr. Smith album was real big. So "Loungin" was a big song. The one he did with Boys to Men, "Hey Lover," "Doing It." Yeah, those were like some of the songs I remember from him. And then when I heard some of his more older stuff, like "Bad," "Bad," I mean that's a real good song. So those were some of the memories I've had. He performed on the Nickelodeon show, all that, a couple times. And then I saw him in concert some years ago. It was like 10 plus years ago now, where he at the Greek Theater in L.A., where he performed with Ice Cube, Public Enemy, and De La Soul, believe it or not, was on that bill too. So just real good. And just some of my other favorite LL jams. Backseat of My Jeep, which was on his next album, I would have to say he kind of fell off with that album, 14 Shots to the Dome, as that went gold. But yeah, Backseat of My Jeep was one of my favorites from that one. And then another song I like from him was Jack the Ripper. That's a good one. If y'all can find that jam, he tears it up on that. Yeah, I really like that one. But yeah, going back to the artwork, yeah, looks like he's about to, make time to kiss for the ladies, but with the fist pumping, something's about to go down. Like I said, looks something like a music video we'll be discussing pretty soon. What were your thoughts on that?
Yes, I thought it was very fitting for the name of the album. Mama said knock you out, and he definitely looks like he's ready to knock somebody out. I didn't notice his puckered lips, but I
Mm,
guess that really goes along well with his persona as the ladies' man also. So that is really cool. He he looks like he's not playing any games, and I also thought it was just a very high quality album cover
pretty
for
good.
1990.
Yeah, it was pretty. Like I said, not one of my favorites, but it's a good cover. I'm not gonna take anything away from that. It's definitely not
Yeah.
on the lower end covers that we've seen since doing this show.
It seems like I don't know, like I didn't know which year this was from when I first looked it up, and I was shocked when I saw in 1990 because the picture quality, like it just looks HD or something. I just wouldn't expect this from a 1990 album,
Hmm.
but it's a pretty good cover. Um, what about beats? Did any beats on this album stand out to you?
uh, "Jingling Baby," not one of my favorite songs when I listen to it. Like I discussed earlier, it was as a video, but single from the previous album. That was an all right beat. Uh, and then "Murdergram" I thought was a pretty good beat, but I have to say the booming system. I really like that bass, and you know me, and I like my bass when it comes to beats. So that kind of just took it away from me in terms of beats. And then "The Farmer's Boulevard" wasn't that bad of a beat either, in my opinion. What about you?
I liked a lot of the beats on
Mm,
here. Around the Way Girl, Mr. Goodbar, 6 Minutes of Pleasure, and Mama Said Knock You Out. With the Around the Way Girl, it was almost like I think they're called Russian tea dolls. It's like those
mm,
dolls where you open one and there's
yeah.
another one. I felt like that those samples were like that because this song samples Kenny Burke's "Rising to the Top," and it also samples Mary Jane Girls All Night Long,
Yeah.
and Mary Jane Girls All Night Long also sampled "Rising to the Top." So I thought that was really cool. The uh, Mama Said Knock You Out. I thought that was a really cool beat. I listened to a breakdown of DJ Marley Marr talking about how he made this beat, and he said on one of the parts at the very beginning of the song when LL Cool J says, "Come on, man." LL Cool J actually said that part while he was actually very frustrated because the audio engineer was just taking too long to start the song, and DJ Marley Marr said as soon as he heard him say that, he was like, "This is going on the album," because it really conveys that frustration. So I thought that was such
That's pretty cool.
a yeah, such a good thing for the producer to be in tune with the tone of the song in that way to include that.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, uh, so as far as the singles, I guess we can start with "Around the Way, Girl." What did you think about that song?
I think with that song there, he proves why he has his name. Ladies love James. You know, definitely. I think it's just like one of those songs that, as it's not a song that I think of when I first think of LL Cool J, but many women do think of a song like that, and I think it's just a nice, smooth song for the most part. Just talking about how he wants just a regular girl, around the way girl, not not doesn't no one high class or anything like that. And I think this is like one of the songs that just really just defined his career as a ladies man for the most part from what I from what I got out of it. What about yourself?
I enjoyed the song too, particularly those background vocals.
Mm,
I need an around the way girl.
yeah,
I really
the chorus is
enjoyed
pretty
that.
catchy. I see why a lot of people would like a chorus like that.
Yeah, those were they weren't credited on Apple Music, but I looked it up and it said it's by a group that was at the time named The Flex, which was Darren Lighty, Cliff Lighty, and Eric Williams, who went on to be a member of the Black Street. So I really liked those vocals. That's what really stood out to me. What did you think of the video?
Video, I thought, very well done. Especially for a video done in 1990 where, you had the camcorder going around. I thought that was very creative. That was pretty cool. I had never seen that video, so I wouldn't say I was blown away, but I was just like, very surprised. It was a lot better than what I thought it was going to be, if that makes sense.
I agree with that. Very unique thing to do. I like when they're sitting at those auditions and they just
Yeah,
got these a woman who he regards as just too bougie,
yeah,
and he's like, I don't want Ivana, I want Tawana, and he takes that camcorder and goes just to find all of the regular girls in
yeah,
the city. Very cool.
yeah. And then I like the dancing too. But yeah, he had some really good dancers in that video. So
Yeah, he's that's something I didn't even know about LL Cool J
mm,
throughout this album and these videos. Like he's just a great dancer, and
yeah,
most rappers these days you might not even know if they can dance because they just don't.
yeah. They don't. I mean, yeah, he definitely could compete with Bobby Brown, as who's I think he was mentioned not only in this song, but and maybe another song on the album. Can't think of it at the moment, but I know he definitely can compete with those R&B singers. And, and when it came to like dancing and making himself look good, and all that stuff. So yeah,
For sure.
actually
That
right here, yeah, permanent with your hair or even a curly weave with that new addition Bobby Brown button on your sleeve. Yeah, that was starting the third verse. So yeah, just I had to shout that out. So
so with the booming system, you liked the beat. What did you think of the song as a whole?
I thought it was pretty cool. Talking about funky cars. Keeping it funky, and some of the lyricism was pretty good in it too. Like girlies want to ride with a brother like me, cause they be hear me getting funky frequently. They tell me don't drink and drive. I say, what is this? Mind your business. Now pass it around. Laid back, hypnotized by the funky sound. I thought I definitely thought some of the rhyming in there was pretty cool, and it just seemed like real laid back. Just my kind of vibe. I like laid back type of songs, and just good old. stuff like that. And then the music video was I thought pretty good too. With the whole arcade thing, and just like police card, and like they're in the arcade game and everything. So I thought that was pretty neat as well. What were your
I,
thoughts?
I really like the music video, like
Mm,
when he's playing a game of himself,
yeah.
like trying to escape the cops and getting captured in a desert and trying to save a girl. I thought that was really, really neat. I liked the chorus, "Cars Ride By" with the boom and sister. I thought that was
Yeah.
really good. I like how he pays homage to his favorite rappers in his verses.
Mm,
It's always interesting for me to hear like the legendary artists shout out their favorite artists.
yeah.
And when they do it in the medium of their music, it's even better. So he says, like Spoonie G said, "My seats are soft like a bed." I honestly have no idea who Spoonie G is, but shout out to him. He says, like Rakim said, "I want to move the crowd. I warm it up with Kane, fight the power with PE, tell the cops you gotta chill with EPMD."
EPMD. Yeah.
He says, and remember, oh no, that's he's talking about himself there, but
Uncle L.
yeah,
That's him.
yeah. I think I didn't know until like toward the end of the album. I'm like, wait,
that
Uncle L is
that's
him.
him. Yeah, that's him.
But I thought that was pretty cool, and the video made it even better for me. Um, so the song that bears the name of the album, "Mama Said Knock You Out." What did you think of this song?
Well, I've heard it a million times, and and this is a video I've actually seen, before doing this. So I was pretty familiar. It'd been a very long time since I've seen the video, but so I was pretty, familiar with it. But definitely a great song. Just talking about. I like how at the beginning of the song, how at the beginning of the episode you were talking about how he felt he had a yeah, he had fallen off. He just straight up said, "Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years, rocking my peers and putting suckers in fear." Yeah, no, just I think he definitely uses the formula that brought him to the dance to begin with, and he proved why he was one of the best solo artists. Like I said, coming out of the '80s with this song alone, and it had a nice booming beat too, and just yeah, it was just like he was getting ready for a fight, just people trying to, come at him, and yeah, I think he really shut like put like, terror and fear like in all his haters, with this song. And just goes into that like pitch voice that like because I feel like it's done like a lot of voices throughout his songs. Like he has a smooth voice, and then that definitely did this voice. He has like his angry voice. It's like, and it's just like you hear this song, it's like, what the hell? That's him. Then that's what I find unique about it. Like in his new music and his old music, just now I know his voice has probably changed since he's gotten older, but uh,
I like that about him too. One of the things that really stood out to me throughout the album was his cadence, and one of the things he does on here, and he's like, "I just don't know what made you forget that I was raw." I thought that was really cool the way he like punctuated each word. It was really good. Um, One of the things I read about this song and the name of the album in general was that it was inspired from his grandma who told him to knock out the critics. So
mm.
he was like, "Okay, I'm gonna do this." And one of the things he says on the song is, "Old English filled my mind, and I came up with a funky rhyme." So I thought that was really cool. That his inspiration for this. His grandma tells him it. He goes, starts drinking that old English, and Mama said, "Knock you out." It's just even beyond the song itself. Like I've just heard it just people are just say it. Like I
Yeah,
think when I was a kid, I don't even know if I fully knew it was like it came stem from a song. I just heard people saying those words.
yeah,
So it's pretty prolific. song.
Yeah, I think, for me, definitely like if you're, boxing in the UFC or whatever, like I know like fighters like to walk out to that song. It's just a song that just gets you hyped, for the moment. So it's just what not a better song to get pumped up to than that, if you're about to fight someone. So
Yeah, and he's in that boxing ring, and
yeah.
the video is way stripped down. It's just him in a boxing ring with
Yeah.
that mic, and
Yeah.
just you can see his spittle just going everywhere.
Yeah.
Um, I was pretty sure that I was going to see his mama coming out and saying knock him out, but instead you got mama at the end telling him go take the trash out. So
No, 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 it's funny.
I that was funny the way this entire song he's just puffed up and big larger than life, and then the grandma's just like take out the trash, Todd. Like that was pretty funny. um
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
so the moment of the truth on the podcast, what were your top three songs on the
All
album?
right, this was very close. Hopefully, you're not mad at me. Obviously, Mama Said "Knock You Out," probably one of his best songs ever. So that I think it'd be a fool not to choose that song. The other one I had to go with, it was real close. Like I said, "Boomin' System," and it was really very close between these two other songs. But I had to go "Eat 'Em Up, L." Chill.
Okay.
And then with honorable mentions, the one that was a close runner up for fourth or for third, Murdergram, Milky Cereal, To the Break of Dawn, Illegal Search. Yeah, those four would probably be my honorable mentions. And yeah, Farmers Boulevard, our anthem too, was pretty good. So those five songs would be honorable mentions. I had a lot of honorable mentions for this one. But yeah, my top three. Yeah, Mama Said Knock You Out, The Booming System, Eat 'Em Up, L Chill. So, what were yours?
Okay. Ours were kind of similar. My honorable mention was To the Break of Dawn.
Mm.
And my top three were, of course, Mama Said Knock You Out, and then Farmers Boulevard and Murdergram.
Murdergram, yeah,
S-
Murdergram. It was very, very, very. It was especially well. He has a new Murdergram song out with Eminem now too. I don't know if you've heard that one, but it's pretty
I think I
good.
saw that thumbnail. I didn't
Yeah,
I didn't
it's
click it though. It was pretty good.
yeah, yeah. It's a pretty good song. They have a music video for it, so I mean, definitely, I'll send it to you later. But speaking of Murdergram, since we're on it, what do you like about the song?
Um, I like that he's kind of ready to demolish anybody who gets in his way, and he's like, I murder the rich and maim the poor,
Yeah.
coast to coast, blind, crippled or crazy, whether you're new or older than Motown, whether you're suave or smooth, rugged, rough or rugged, all I need is a groove. I also like with the part where he says, if somebody comes try to take a chomp of him, their teeth are going to end up around the corner. That's a new one for me. But I just like that he's just like, look, I'm gonna take out anybody who gets in my way. I think that's pretty much the mindset you have to have in this kind of
Yeah.
in the rap game. So I thought it was pretty cool. What did you like about it?
Just good song, definitely. Just I like how just like you said, how he's just ready to just take on any and all comers for the most part, and I just like the just some of the like rhyming in this song as well. Yeah, I'm going through some of the lyrics right now. I like this part here. I'm civilized damage to a nobody. I'm carrying a gun if I'm rhyming at a party. New York, Chicago, Detroit, LA. I'll slay wherever you play, DC or Philly or Baltimore. I think I think it is a song that just just makes him great. Just with his rhyming, his wordplay. You know, no one could do it better than LL when it comes to that. Sort of thing. So, but yeah, I definitely like the rhyming. Just another part where um, when I'm on the microphone, I want silence. Let KRS-One stop the violence. Ain't no rivals, ain't no competition. Punk, I'm beating you into submission. Man, yes, this guy could just straight up rhyme. So like, I mean, not even like the best beat on the album in my opinion, but this song just I love the wordplay. I definitely love the wordplay.
Definitely. What did you like about Eat 'em Up L Chill?
Chill, eat 'em up, Bell. Chill. I mean, that was definitely one of the things that got me going back to that song. It was very very just a chill chorus, I guess you could say. And then just like the murdergram that we just talked about, definitely just talking, like about all other MCs. MCs are dumb. I catch them in a dragnet. You're complete. I'm battling a fragment, so creative and witty and outstanding, and I be demanding that you're abandoned. So just again, just saying, hey, comers, hey, you want to throw down? Let's throw down. And I think he does a good job here. And then just overall, just not that he was down from his previous album, but I think he definitely did just call out like people and to the break of dawn, honorable mention, where he disses Kumo D, MC Hammer, and Ice T. So just he definitely did call people out, and I think he got them pretty well too.
Yeah, I like the chorus on "Eat 'em Up, L Chill." I liked when he said "Watch a player when he's playing in player mode." I thought that was pretty cool. With the "To the Break of Dawn," I liked his diss toward Cool Modi because it involves Star Trek. Um, he says, "What did he say?" He says something like, "You keep." Oh, brother, you're dead wrong, and got the nerve to have them Star Trek shades on. Um, I saw on Drink Champs they asked LL Cool
Mhm.
J about his beef with Cool Mo D, and he said that he basically said on a record that I'm only 18, making more than your pops, and Cool Mo D felt offended by that.
Mhm.
I saw another interview with Cool Mo D saying that he did think LL Cool J was glorifying the drug lifestyle, but they're actually great friends now. So
Mhm.
funny how life works out in that day. Your sworn enemy is your good friend now. So
Yeah.
that was pretty cool. Um, my other favorite song on here was Farmers Boulevard. I liked how they used the same movie clip in that Dr. Dre album that we reviewed,
Oh,
The Chronic,
oh
Rat
yeah,
Tat
yeah,
Tat.
yeah. Rat tat tat tat. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, where they say, in order to make this thing work, man, we got to get rid of the pimps, pushers, and prostitutes. And on Dr. Dre's album, they say, "Nigga, is you crazy?" And then on this album, they just start laughing too. And I guess this movie, The Mac,
The
from
Mac.
1973, must have been very very popular. I've never seen it,
Yeah, neither have I.
but
I think I've heard of it, but yeah, I haven't seen it. But yeah.
yeah, and when LL Cool J says, back in the days before I was Cool J, I used to hang up on the corner, pumping games people play. I like that because I ended up listening to that song, and it's actually a great song.
Hmm.
I love that song. I could see why he was bumping it on the corner. And he says, I always told the brothers if I get a contract, when the money started flowing, I'd be back to do a jam. And so he introduces
Hmm.
one of the rappers from Farmers Boulevard that he used to hang out
Bomb.
with, Bomb. And I really like Bombs
Hmm.
when he first started it off.
Yeah.
BOMB, bomb explosion, attack like a cat when I'm trapped and I'm closed in. I thought that was really good. High C, I liked his one of his bars. He says, "Never underestimate the skill of a great one. The Boulevard, Lord Shorts, never take one." I thought that was really good. And at the end, LL Cool J says, "I did a jam against all odds, and it was dedicated to Farmers Boulevard." I just like how he brought the people he knew from his come up back. He kept his promise to
Yeah.
Farmers
You don't really
Boulevard.
see anything like that too often these days, But I mean, it's a good song though. I mean, just I think a lot of like like how when we do albums, whether it's just the group or the artist, or they have like no help, it's just them. I think just a lot of other solo tracks that he did kind of outshine this song, but this also no, nice solid song, honorable mention for sure, definitely in my book.
Yes. Did you have any more songs you wanted to discuss?
To the break of dawn. I like the third verse where he dissed Ice T. I thought that was pretty fun. Where talked about his definitely I'm cool. I freeze ICE. Definitely. And then a brother with a perm deserves to get burned. So tell me how you like your coat cream on a cone in a bowl or in a wet. I thought that was funny. I thought that was funny. But the two definitely have a lot in common. He was on NCIS LA, Ice T, with Law and Order SVU. So, they both, played cops, I guess you could say. And, they have a
Right.
lot in common. And then I know Ice T, they've definitely squashed their beef or whatever they had because I know Ice T works on his Rock the Bells podcast now. So, so they've done some work. What would have been nice to see him on a record though back in the day together, but Ice T even
Eh,
did say that like, hey, I was the one that started it. He dissed him on Pusher Man and I think some other song too. I forget the name of it, but um, yeah,
I didn't even know it was
uh,
Ice T who he was referring to on all these Jerry Curl lines. It's one part where he says, "Give me a lighter, woof." Now you're
uh,
cut loose from that Jerry Curl juice.
it
I thought that
could have
was
been talking about Ice Cube maybe, but no, it was clearly Ice T.
yeah, and I also like when the beat pauses and he says, "Shut your old mouth when young folks is talking."
Yeah,
Because I'm like, that's such a a flip on the way it usually is. Like, get out of here when grown folks is talking. So I thought that was really cool.
and then.
Um, did you have any least favorite songs on here?
um, I would have to say I did not like 6 Minutes of Pleasure that much, if I'm being honest. And Cheesy Rap Blues was okay, but not great. Mr. Goodbar, good song, but just I'm not. I'd have to be singing it to really like it, I guess you could say. But one more thing I did want to shout out, Milky Cereal. I like how he uses the girls, great metaphor song. How many different brands of cereal do you think were named in that song? I just wanted to shout
So
that.
many, like everyone he can think of, it seemed. Oh,
But yeah, a lot of great songs on here. Illegal Search was a good song, and then Power of God, not my favorite, but it's definitely a uplifting song. I can see how people would like it. So
I liked on Milky Cereal how he imitates Mike Tyson because he said the girl's father sounds like Mike Tyson, so you can hear him when he's speaking for the dad imitating Mike Tyson. I thought that was really funny. My least favorite, hate to say it, my least favorite was Power of God. I
okay,
just it
I can
wasn't
see how it
doing
could
it
be
for me.
uplifting. It wasn't my least. I mean, I'll be honest with you, it's not going back to my playlist.
and nor nor mine. So I guess we could move on to album cuts and expansions. There's a Japan 200 CD bonus track.
2000,
Uh,
my bad.
oh, 2000s, my
Yeah,
bad. Japan 2000 CD bonus track, 2014 expanded edition, recommendations, Public Enemy, Fear of a Planet, Ice Cube, America's Most Wanted, and Digital Underground Sex Packets. Um, do
pretty
you
much.
have any?
Oh, what were you gonna
Go
say?
ahead.
Oh yeah, for the recommendations, I tried to go with just some stuff that came out around that time. Just so it was hard for me to pinpoint like a region. So I just decided to do some of the best albums of '90, and all those were platinum selling albums for the most part. So check them out.
Final thoughts on Mama Said Knock You Out. Which ones are going back to your playlist?
Definitely Booming System, Eat 'em Up L. Even though Murdergram did make my favorite, it was honorable. That's going back. Definitely give Farmers Boulevard. That was a pretty good song. And Illegal Search, and even though it didn't have the best beat, to the break of dawn, those this is the Kumo D, MC Hammer, Ice T. I'm always one for always listening to rappers diss someone, whether it be for the right reasons or the wrong reasons. So I'm always an illegal search. I'll definitely take that back as well. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm gonna take back Farmers Boulevard. I thought it was a pretty touching song, and kind of autobiographical. I really like that one.
Mhm.
Um, I feel like this album gave me a new appreciation for LL Cool J
Really?
throughout all the through, throughout all the different endeavors he's taken. He never really lost touch with music, his first love. He's just one of those artists who stands alone, and I guess I didn't really know that before. Uh, just a very impressive guy.
Yes,
So
he is.
what did you guys think of this album? What are your favorite tracks? What tracks did you not like? Please let us know in the comment section, and we'll see you next time on Listening 3D.
We're out of
See
here.
ya.